This is a chair, but it's not just any ordinary desk chair. It's the Sihoo M107. Now, if you're like me, you might be looking for an ergonomic chair, and you might be looking at brands like Herman Miller, particularly because many reviewers view it as one of the best options and brands for a chair. However, one can cost well over $1,700. But Sihoo claims you might be getting almost 70% of the qualities of the Herman Miller ergonomics on this chair. Now, does it live up to its claims, and how does it really feel? That's where we'll find out in this video. Out of the box, the assembly is rather painless. You don't really need to do heavy lifting. Although the chair is quite heavy on the base, it doesn't feel like cheap plastic. You do feel quality in that chair. It doesn't wobble around after you assemble it, and it looks rather nice in your desk setup. The big story here is the full mesh back. Especially in a humid climate like Indonesia, you do feel that over time, in prolonged hours or work hours, you feel those moisture in your back, especially with those chairs with the pillows. And that is where this full mesh back is really helpful. Those pattern is able to help the chair naturally breathe out air and is able to keep its dry texture instead of the chair that's wet from your sweat. Now, ergonomics. The M107 features an S-curve design, which is very unique for a chair with a desk setup in mind, but it's actually helpful for your back. So it features an adjustable lumbar, which is that part behind your back that can help you straighten the back and your spine to help with prolonged work hours in front of a computer. And with the recline, you can tilt back up to 90 degrees or even more, up to 270 degrees, which is really helpful when you need to take a break from using your computer and looking at some ideas. It really helps you relax your body once in a while. Now, when I first got info about the chair and I know there is an adjustable back, I thought that when you recline, you might fall off, and this is one of the main concerns of people buying this type of chair.
You are the fun.
But let me actually demonstrate to you when I'm going back in the freeform mode. I'm not actually falling because there's actually tension behind the chair, which means that it's sturdy whenever I need to go back and take a break from long editing sessions or doing things in my computer, which is really nice. Now, does it feel like a bed? Of course not. But it does help you get comfort after those long sessions in the computer. Special shout out to Pixel for sponsoring this video. Pixel is an all-in-one video, image, and audio converter that is available as a single app for your Mac, and it's Mac native, which means that it integrates directly with macOS shortcuts, enabling you to have automation right in your Mac, fast and fluid. It also has these specific features that makes it different from other converters on the web. The first one, folder watching. Being native on macOS means that you can set a specific folder to host your files, and it automatically renames and reformats the files inside of that folder, which means that you have a singular folder for editing videos and images. The second feature, clipboard optimization, means that you can copy and paste files right into Figma, and you can paste them on an editor like Canva, FilePad Pro, and it automatically has the files reformatted and renamed, ready to be used. The last feature that is really special for photography nerds, you can use EXIF data to rename your files, such as camera model, timestamp of the image when it was taken, and many more. You can check out Figma with the link in the description, and you can stop fighting with your files and start managing them with Figma. Thank you Figma for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into talking about the Sihoo chair. Now, let's keep it real, it's not a perfect chair. And one of the biggest complaints that I have with this chair is actually the armrest. When you look at the armrest on the chair or any ergonomic chair, you expect that the chair is cushioned enough for you to be able to move your hand positions freely and comfortably. But the thing is, it didn't happen with this chair. I actually lifted one of this to demonstrate to you, because when you're typing, you expect that the position is inward, your hand positions are inward. This means that the armrest should be cushioned to support your hand. But the thing is, the armrest on the Sihoo chair is curved. This means that when you're using it in a straight hand position, it might be fine, but let's be real, who's going to do this for long periods of time? You might be doing this, you might be doing this. And when you're using an inward position to type on, this isn't comfortable because there's that curve that your hands can't fill. But overall, I do notice that the wheels are different from other chairs that use only plastic wheels. When you look at this Sihoo M107 chair, you notice that it's a mix between aluminum and also plastic, which means that it doesn't mess up your floor, because the previous chair that I was using would mess up the floor after I moved around while sitting and moving with the wheels. It causes these marks on the floor, but this chair doesn't do that because the materials are mixed, and also the weight of it enables you to be confident that this chair wouldn't just move around while you're doing stuff. It does stay still and moves when you actually want to, which is great. So who is this chair for? That's the big question in this video, and what I feel you guys are asking me now from the video, because let's be real, spending money on an ergonomic chair is kind of a hard decision for some, because you do need to allocate that money to more important parts of your desk setup, and the chair doesn't really feel like it's an important part of that setup. And this chair is one of the best ones in the affordable category in the ergonomic space. This Sihoo M107 chair is available at a variety of prices, and it's relatively cheap, ideal for people who spend large amounts of hours in front of a computer. For example, students, researchers, people who work in the computer department. This means that you can have a steady posture and a comfortable position while spending long amounts of hours in the desk. But what do you think? Chairs like a gaming chair, or maybe the Herman Miller is still way better than this Sihoo one, or you might feel inclined to actually buy it. Now I'll link the link in the description below to check out this chair. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.